Means we've got more people coming in, so I will just slowly get this
Oh,
going now.
oopsie.
Perfect. Would you like me to begin?
All right. Yes. All right, go for it. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, everyone, welcome. Now, I guess before we actually begin, I just wanted to give everyone a moment to just like arrive. So I want to invite everyone here to gently close your eyes if it feels comfortable to, or soften your gaze. Take one slow breath in through your nose, and then let it all out through your mouth. There is nothing to fix here, nothing to adjust. And just notice that you are here in this room, wherever you are right now. And as you're breathing, I want you to let your shoulders soften. Start to unclench your jaw. Feel where your body is being held right now. Is it the chair or the floor, the ground beneath you? You spend so much time holding space for others, tracking their bodies and regulating their nervous systems. But for the next few moments, there is nothing for you to give. Just notice your own system here. Notice any tiredness you've learned to move past, any tightness that has become a little bit too familiar, any part of you that has been holding yourself strong for a very long time. There is no need to analyze it right now. Just acknowledge it as you are. Bring your attention back to your breath, a slow inhale, and then a longer exhale. And as you breathe out, allow one idea to loosen. The idea that you must work harder to be safe. The idea that you must always be on or that your body should be the engine. You don't need to push it away. Just let it soften for now and let this land gently. I want to ask you guys a question. What if sustainability doesn't require sacrifice? What if rest isn't something you have to earn? What if your skills and care were meant to be supported by a structure that holds you? You don't need to answer these questions right now. You don't need to decide anything. I just want you to notice what happens in your body when you hear this question without bracing. Notice that the space that appears when you're not carrying everything all at once. Your breath becomes easier, more softened. The sense of steadiness that doesn't require effort. And I want you guys to stay with this for a moment. From here, this space, something becomes very obvious. When there is more space in you, you show up differently, you listen without strain, you respond without rushing, and you get to support people without pulling from empty. Not because you're doing more, but because you're no longer doing it depleted. This is what often gets overlooked with us being practitioners, not because um, you take more or do more. Being resourced doesn't have to take you away from your work. It gets to give it back with more steadiness, longevity, and more impact over time. So I want you all to feel this within yourself, not as an idea, but as recognition or a lived experience. How does that feel in your body when you hear that? What thoughts start to come up for you? I want you to pay attention to where you feel this in your body. Does it feel liberating? Does it feel maybe a little bit scary? Or are you excited about the thought of more room to breathe, more room to live, more room to even give? Taking another deep breath in and just exhaling everything out through the mouth. And when you are ready, begin to reorientate yourself and notice the rooms and the sounds around you, the surface beneath your body. You can open your eyes when it feels natural, And as we continue, I want to see if you can stay connected to this sense of space because that is the lens that this conversation is going to be held through today. So, welcome everyone to Beyond Hands-On. Before we go any further, I want to set the tone for this conversation. So, this isn't going to be a motivational talk. It's not going to be about working harder or optimizing yourself better. This is about what happens when you've become a little bit too good at what you do. Most practitioners are taught that the only way to grow income is to do more sessions, see more clients, extend hours. And for a while, that actually works until it doesn't. So, does anyone know that feeling that I'm talking about here? If you're a practitioner, you would know this feeling very well because there will come a point where effort stops being the bottleneck and it's the model itself that becomes the limitation. So, this conversation is about what exists beyond hands-on work without abandoning the integrity of the work itself. Next, Tina. Yep, thank you. So this is specifically for practitioners who care deeply about the work that they do. You know, you have invested in your training, you've taken responsibility for your outcomes, and you've likely built a lot of trust with your clients, but you're also starting to feel the limits of a time-based model, not because you're burnt out yet, but because you can see where it will lead if nothing changes. So if you've ever thought, oh my gosh, I love the work, I love this work so much, but I actually don't know how long I can sustain this, then this conversation is specifically for you. Thank you, Tina. So, I will name a pattern that I see over and over and over again in this wellness industry. And I actually I want you guys to check in with yourself when I say this, not emotionally, but very honestly. So I'm talking about practitioners who are so deeply capable, people who get results with their clients, people who are booked out in demand and genuinely very good at what they do. And yet, when, you look at the life that you're living, or you're looking at your bank account or your calendar or your energy levels, something doesn't quite line up with the effort that you're putting in. And I want to be very clear because this is where most people get it wrong. It's not because you're lacking discipline. It's not because you are inconsistent. It's not because you are bad at business. And it's not because you need to try harder. It is happening because the structure you are operating inside of was never designed to scale without costing you something personal. And I know this because I'm not speaking from theory. I have so much experience on this. I have been a hands-on practitioner in the wellness industry for over 5 years, and I've lived inside this model, and I have watched myself give more presence and more care, more emotional labor and more physical labor and more nervous system capacity than I actually had to give, only to realize that the harder I worked, the more capped I became. And that's the quiet trap in this industry. The wellness industry, I feel, rewards so much care and presence and heart, but it ties your income directly to your body, your time, and your availability. So that very qualities that make you so great at what you do becomes the box that you eventually put yourself in. And there is no amount of no amount of passion that you have that can fix this. So yeah, no amount of self-belief overrides or structure, and no amount of personal development changes the fact that there are only so many hours your body can physically give. I have bursitis in my right shoulder from hours and hours and hours on end of overgiving. It's not sustainable. Um, so yeah, the truth is this industry produces some of the most devoted professionals that I know, the most intuitive, creative, most loving, nurturing professionals, but it rarely teaches them how to build income that does not require constant output from your body. And that is the real conversation we need to be having because you can only give so much. But when you have this amount of passion inside you, you just want to keep giving, right? So this isn't about how to hustle more or how to optimize your calendar, but how to stop blaming yourself for a model that was never actually built to take you to where you want it to go. Next slide. So when your income is directly tied to your body, something very subtle starts to happen, and most people don't actually notice it creep in, but it does very quietly. Rest all of a sudden stops being very restorative and it starts becoming a calculated risk. Time off doesn't feel neutral anymore. Even saying no to a client or rescheduling, or pulling back a little comes with a bit of unspoken consequence attached to it because now you know that every hour that you're not physically available, that is income that's not coming in. Next slide. So even when you genuinely love the work that you do, even when you feel aligned, purposeful, your nervous system kind of feels like it's going to shut down a little bit. There is always this like low level hum of anxiety running along in the background of your mind because financial safety is linked to your physical ability. And over time, that does that to a person, and it starts to create pressure in people who aren't actually burnt out at all. So, next slide. The question stops being, how much more can I give? And it starts becoming something more precise. The question is, so what actually creates sustainability? What is it? What is it that I can align myself that is within the model that I work in to allow me to be sustainable, to keep this longevity going? Because it's not the constant output or it's not the performance. It's definitely not self-sacrifice. Sustainability comes from leverage, not labor. And it comes from choosing the models where the quality of your work can travel further without demanding more of your time, like more of your body every time. Thank you. Let's next slide. So before I go any further, I want to ground this in why I personally chose a leveraged model because this was not a random decision that I just made from a place of like wanting more, more, more. I was actually looking to build something that didn't really require me to show up constantly or manage or perform and or to prove my values just to, you know, keep it going. I knew exactly what that all cost my body and my energy and my nervous system. I was actually looking for leverage, something that already had structure, something that did not rely on me becoming louder or more visible or more available to work, something that could hold weight without having to constantly hustle just to sustain it. And this is important because, like, not all leverage is clean. There are many different ways to create leverage, but a lot of them quietly disconnects a practitioner from their health and their integrity and just their values as a whole. So the model that I chose and what the model I had to choose had to meet a very specific standard. It needed infrastructure that was already built in. It needed stability. It needed my respect. It needed to respect me, actually. It needed to respect my intelligence as a practitioner. And that's very important because when you're a wellness practitioner, you have a strong truth and you stand up for that truth with so much integrity. So it has to align with the values that you have in yourself already. Um, so next slide. And this is one of the quotes that I've come across since I've started this, and it's really spoken to me. And, I don't want to share this to feel dramatic or for shock value, but there's a lot of truth in it. If income only moves when your body moves, you will never actually rest. Even when you're technically off, some part of you is like still calculating in the back of your mind, like, oh my gosh, okay, so three clients this week and four clients tomorrow. Yep, that I can afford this or that. That's that's not sustainable and it just wears you out. And by the end of it, your nervous system shuts down, burns you out. Yeah, and gets you in a really rough place. And I've been in that place. It's not a really good place. So yeah, this finding leverage just means that your life no longer depends on the constant output. So for people who are in, care-based industries, this distinction I feel changes absolutely everything. Next slide. And so this is not about abandoning the work that you love. I love being hands-on. It's a passion. I love being with my clients. I work with pre and postnatal women. It's a joy to work with, unborn babies and having, being so close to their spirits. It literally blows my mind. It's something I'm very passionate about. But what I did need was an additional income layer that sat alongside my practice, not on top of it. Something that aligned with what I already cared about and something that, aligns with what I stand for, something that doesn't really require me to be on the clock constantly, because when you're relying solely on your hands, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It puts you in an impossible position. You will either overwork your body or you start to cap your life. It really is one or the other. Um, and this is the part that, shifts everything. When when you're having like one sale that can generate a couple of thousands, life, two to three sales a month can easily set you in a place to focus on passions. And I find that so incredible. So this kind of like income doesn't replace your practice. It can become a very great addition to it. And it can protect your longevity just for your practice. And it becomes that safety net, I feel, allows you to stay in the field long term without burning out or resenting the work that you once felt called to. And yeah, that's why people look for aligned high ticket income models that extend impact instead of draining it. Fees at you?
No.
I'm happy to jump on in. I am just loving Sammy, though, sharing her wisdom with us. It has been so powerful. If you have already received a light bulb moment or something that, has really deeply impacted you already on this call, I'd love you to jump in the comments. I'll give you a couple of minutes just to get in there and just gift some love back through sharing with us, sharing your heart, sharing the creative parts of you that have activated into your intuition, your knowing. This is all part of the woman, right? Is that we're just so powerfully intuitive and yeah, creative in our expression with life, especially when we do take the moments to actually drop in and be with each other and be in that calmness. So yeah, share one of your takeaways in the comments that has lit you up so far. I would love to see that. And we're just going to go into a little piece about like how our physical and financial health are intertwined, and it is so, and also our emotional way of being as well. It really does reflect, and can especially reflect when you partner with something that's so aligned to you. Your wealth actually gets to be a mirror of who you are, your worth, the worth that you have for yourself, the way that you look after your own body will be what your energy output is without having to think about it. And that is what magnetizes, finances, opportunity, other sisterhoods, free retreats to Bali, which we get to share about later on in this call. So it's really important that we nourish ourselves. It's really important that we don't neglect ourselves, because others will suffer. And we usually are showing up for the impact reason for others. We're giving for others and for ourselves at times, but we do it out of service for others. And if we realized how important looking after and taking care of ourselves, putting that oxygen mask on first, is actually going to support those around us way more, like in abundance more. Awesome. And you can change the slide and I'll just have a quick read. So we've got, thanks, Sammy. This resonates with me. I love being a nurse, but to carry on doing this, I have to work over and above what I have in the tank. So true. Who resonates with that? I'm getting goosebumps and emotional. It's so beautiful. I've been sitting on the fence for so long, and I'm ready to take the leap for my own emotional and financial health. How beautiful is that? Celebrating you, Kelly, for sharing with us your heart. And thank you for sharing, Sammy. It's definitely the path I want to be on, with leveraging this offer and working alongside my personal training business. Such a beautiful energy. Thank you. Oh, so beautiful. I love this. And yeah, this definitely resonates with me. The comments are coming on in nice and hot. And yeah, keep sharing your heart. It also gives you an opportunity to really anchor in what you're learning along the way. So the real very health crisis right now is that there is such an impact to toxic overload. So I'm just going to come back to the where the chemical, not only but water, just disrupting our position in
Yeah, you're breaking up a bit. We can't hear you.
and so the threats like um, is not the microphone.
So I'm assuming that her connection just dropped for a second, but that's okay. I can carry on. So yeah, there is a very real health crisis. I mean, for anyone who is um, very intuitive. I very intuitive. You would know what to put in your body. You kind of have this feeling like, okay, I need to start taking care of what I ingest or what I eat or what I shower in or what things I take. And there is actually a very real health crisis that is happening. And in this day and age, there is a real crisis, and it's not in a dramatic way enough to be taken seriously. It's like subtle, and it's very chronic. And it's something that has become so normalized, like being tired all the time, but never really switching it off. And it's a very common thread I see in a lot of my clients. And people don't realize that it's directly tied to what you ingest and what you put in your body. And in this day and age, everything, you look around every corner and everything seems to be contaminated. So yeah, we're dealing with cumulative mo loads everywhere in our water, in our homes, in our environments, in the constant exposure that we don't even question anymore. And the body is so incredible at compensating for things until it isn't. And that is when, your health starts to deteriorate a little bit. So we'll go next slide. And sitting right alongside that health crisis is the very real wealth crisis. And this doesn't really get named out loud often enough. This looks like skilled practitioners doing the work that genuinely changes lives while privately feeling financially unsafe. And this is a conversation I've had with in my earlier days as a massage therapist over and over and over again. And when I was younger, I could probably handle 10 clients back to back, but not anymore. It's not sustainable. And no matter how many clients you do, you do feel like you're always just barely living. Over time, that not only becomes dangerous, but I guess no one really tells you how much pressure that creates until you're already living inside it. Most people feel stuck because the system that they're in doesn't expand when they do. So I'll get the next slide. So,
I'm
wish
actually,
Alana was here right now
let's see. I am here. I'm here. I'm back.
at the perfect
I don't.
time.
I'm in Bali, guys. This is the place that we're giving you this incredible opportunity to come join women and us, especially us four. And there are some other women that have already said yes on this call. Put your hand up if that's you. You're coming out to Bali. Yeah, it's going to be a vibe. And I'm currently here in Bali. Let me check. Is my sound okay? Yes, good. Okay, cool. So I'm actually here and I've met some incredible women last night here, and we were actually having this deep dive into this conversation around what Bali does and why it's such a special space for women to come to. And it really is such a high vibrational energetic place as well. Like there are some incredible ley lines where they cross over here in Bali. So you're actually receiving energetically an upgrade in that sense as well. Sammy can speak to more about that because she's been out to a retreat like what we're about to host. But this is going to be the last offer that you can grab this retreat at a free retreat, like a complimentary retreat. It's something that has been on my heart for a couple of years where I really wanted to give back and give forward. And instead of investing in charities where I have, I know that my money isn't actually going to the people that I'm donating the money to, I see the money investment that I share like putting these retreats on that I'm going to fund, this incredible retreat that's worth a lot of value by being there. You get to actually have for free, like you get to actually complimentary receive that this January. This is the last opportunity to be like, yeah, okay, this feels good for me. And how that works out is that we are partnered with an incredible wellness technology, which is changing. It's been changing people's lives for over 52 years. Like, this company is sustainable. It's been around for a really long time. Mr. Oshira's is the lineage of this incredible company ethics that he has created. It's all about community, but it's also very much about health as wealth as well. He's very much driven on that. If you don't support your health, he had two parents that died. He was poor, and it really dramatically changed his outlook on how he wanted to be in the world. And he created this company of wellness technology. He's a very big visionary man. He has created a 500-year vision. That means he has thought way beyond what we are probably sitting and thinking about, correct? Some of us are struggling to even think about next week, let alone 500 years from now, and how we can impact humanity. So he is a big visionary. He's a very intelligent man, and he has created these longevity technologies that last over like 40 years, 50 years. And one of the first technologies is water ionizer. It is something that changes the chemistry of water to bring it back to its optimal form, to bring it back to life. It's very hydrogen rich. If you haven't yet watched the documentary on hydrogen rich water, then reach out to whoever invited you to this call. They can share that with you. It will go into the depths of what hydrogen can do for inflammation in your body. That is the fastest and quickest way to get your nervous system back to regulation, and also to eliminate any sort of dis-ease that is going on in the body. And you will feel so much more optimal from the hydration levels that your body receives based on just drinking one glass. Like, one glass is like 7 glasses of crappy water, like tap water, and that's clean, as well. So you get hydrated. You feel what it feels like for the first time in life to really feel nourished from the inside out. And from drinking the water, like, that also changes the chemistry of changes your whole chemistry of your body. It also allows you to absorb minerals better, optimize, proteins and all of the foods that you eat better, and your hormones regulate as well, right? There's also other technologies there that help you nourish in your showers, because we know in places like Australia especially, we have high chlorine and high fluoride. And that's coming absorption into the skin when you're bathing in it, or when you're breathing it in a hot shower. That's when it's really toxic for the body, and again, putting you in overload, putting you in depletion, not allowing you to serve better. The other technologies that this man has so intelligently brought in recently is our EMF technology. And when you start to understand the harms of these invisible EMFs, especially now that technology is so more common, especially for our children. If there's mothers on here, I know we've got a few mothers on here. I'm a mum. When I found this out, that they're not sharing this with us, but let's be honest, they like, as in governments and corporations that are benefiting off us getting sick, they're not sharing this. But it is common. The science is out there. We have it available to you. We have the documentaries available to you. You can go down the deep dives on this. Like, if you're very passionate like me, you will. But the EMF, once you find out about that as a mama bear, like, you just want to scream it to every mum, especially now we have kids on iPads for much longer than we ever expected. It is hard to, control that as a mum. We wanted it to be eco, we do want that, but then there's society that they kind of fall into these norms as well. So it's, how do we help support them? How do we help the new, the new way? Even for us as entrepreneurs, and we're using technologies, like, we need to protect ourselves, and we can protect our clients as well in our offices, in our spaces, in our healing centers, in our fitness centers. I mean, we have ours in our home because we have children in our home, and we work in our home. I work wherever I go, so we have ours in our home. Sometimes we take them on planes. I just wanted to share, there are some really incredible products, and we can go deeper into them in conversation on a discovery call together. But this is a company that's dedicated for sustainability, longevity, and health as well. So that you are going to optimize not only your own physical health, but your clients. What you can offer your clients through this will make you stand out as a practitioner, as a leader in the wellness space. If you're not, then you are just you are just being average. And I'm saying that with absolute love. I was a personal trainer for many years. When I found this product myself, it was because we stepped into holistic wellness. We stepped into how to fully help our clients in all levels. We even had kinesiology and support for mindset as well in there. And we had Kangen water. We had ionized water there because we were dedicated as the most elite personal training gym in the Shire at the time. That's where we lived, that we would optimize and be of the top for our industry, because that's who we wanted to be and that's the standard we wanted to hold. And so from that is actually how I got exposed, right? And this is what happens, and then clients get exposed, and then you have this opportunity for so much more, and we'll go deeper into that. But as for the Bali offer, I just want you to know that I want to gift you an opportunity to join us as women, come together, collaborate, share ideas, work out solutions for your path, where you're going, but also to fully nourish you, get you back into that full power feminine vibe. And when I sat with the women here and we talked about this last night, this space holds something where we get to release all the jargon, all the constructs, and all of the control strings that make us feel like we cannot ever rest, and you fully drop in. It doesn't take long here. You get to really drop in and remember and come home. So that is the offer that we're offering you today. So please stay with us till the end. Listen to what is here for you. As women, we are designed to receive. So how can we drop into like full receivership mode for 2026 and turn this year into one of the best? All right. Here we go. We're going right into it. You can we'll go through these slides and you can have a little replay of it, take a snapshot. But this is just going through the health pandemic, right? Like what's been happening, the toxic overload. We understand that. Is anyone an eco warrior here? Like I have incredible eco warriors in my community that are like out there advocating for like releasing the plastic in the ocean. And I'll tell you one thing, when you start traveling the oceans by boat and you see how much damage from plastics that are in the ocean, and I've been snorkeling the last couple of days, even this morning, with turtles, and like how much they're like my beautiful friends. Like we get to eliminate that. We get to start to generationally like make better choices from here on out. And plus, by the way, the water is absolutely dead and it's ridiculous to be drinking. So if you're buying bottled water, it's a really silly idea because it does nothing for your body. So these are our products. I think I covered all of this. Hey, I was channeling all these slides. So it is about being part of not only, this industry that is just, it's phenomenally growing every year. I see it. I've been in this space for 7 years, and even back then we were like, we're advocates for wellness, and that the industry is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. You go places and everything's about health and wellness these days. The amount of spas and recovery centers that are popping up and are completely full. People want nourishment, people want health, and there are figures and numbers to back this industry. It's just constantly growing. We're getting to a place where alcohol and partying and all of that is kind of like just non-existent almost, even in our younger generations. Like they don't even think about going out and getting wasted or go party. Like it's quite vastly different. They're more into like their travel or their wellness, and that's what we have here as a community. That's really, we get to be all of it. If we want to go have a drink, go have a drink. Like it's not a big deal, but we're here to empower wellness, and this is the model that we have. It teaches you how to leverage wealth through this company, Anagic, and you get rewarded for your sales, right? So if you have a low ticket offer, you may have vitamins. I know chiropractors in the space, they put up some vitamins in their clinics in there. They will be generating about $10, $20 a sale. Within Anagic's offer, because it is a high ticket offer, that they generate 8 points of commission. So depending on where you're starting in this business, you can have up from 400 to like $2,500 in commission just from one sale of just one product, let alone if people are buying wellness packs, which a lot of people do, they want to kit out their homes, is that those sales keep going. So, and they then tell, I don't know, they could be a professional as well. You can actually partner with professionals. I mean, each and every one of you on here that I partner with are professionals, and that they want this for their clients after they've experienced it for themselves. So there's that's called leverage. It's like when I became a personal trainer, I was doing all the work, and then I decided to leverage my time by condensing it into group training. But then I really wanted to leverage my time, and I got staff, right? And I got staff to run my classes for an hour. They were paid the hourly rate, but really I was getting paid almost 5 times double. So that was called leverage. I started to leverage having a team. Right. And so I started to experience this in my 20s, but I still was trading time for money. And eventually I looked into this online business model when I became a mum. That was how I ended up here. Is I really, once I became a mum, wanted to be fully present and didn't want to return to the wellness industry in that way. I wanted to be an advocate in a different way. So moving forward through this, we're actually going to show you a quick slide on how to make your first 100K up to $1 million. Like, it's not that hard, but we have these beautiful packs. These are the commissions. Sorry, I know I'm running through it, Tina. Go back. Where are we going? Go back. Thank you. So this is how to earn your first 100K. Now, everyone in here is a practitioner, so you know how many clients you see, right? You know what you do. Could you times that by 52? Like, work out what you do in a year, and that exposure rate, the exposure rate there. Now, if you were to sell or partner with, and this was, you know, put this out as an offer, and this was to market to your clients, 15 quads per year is 100K extra 100K in your bank account, like another 6 figures. That was something I did in my first year. Is there anyone that's like an extra 100K would be quite sufficient and enough? And who knows, who sees 15 clients probably in 1 week? Like some people do, let alone a year. And if you were looking at, like, you're like a very ambitious woman, and I know that there are a few of you on this call, like this could be for you, it might not be for you, but if you're someone's like, I want $1 million a year, like this is what I want to be, I want to be a sustainable 7-figure earner, then you could be doing 150 sales a year, right? And that would work. And that can be you and indirect. You can definitely build an ecosystem of a team and be all out there advocating and condensing that $150 amongst 10 people, like 150 sales amongst 10. So that's actually 15 sales ahead. So again, we go back to that 100K. Like, if then every one of those people are making 100K, and you're putting through 7 figures through your business the way that you've set it up. So that's what we're here to do, is really talk to the ambitious woman, but the woman that wants to serve and nourish as well, not only themselves but others in their community. And the sustainability piece, this is our longevity pathway, our generational wealth pathway. As I said, there's a 500-year vision. We're 52 years in this year. We're heading out to Japan to be with Mr. Oshiro in June. Now, he has set this up for generations. So when he ever gets on stage, he gets on stage with the generations above him and like all the generations below him. He has this incredible way of showing what generation wealth means to him, because remember, he's lost both his parents to sickness. He was very poor. It became really important for him that this was something that changed generations, you know, within his lineage, in his lineage. And then he wanted to implement that for us. So he set up a model that can pay you for life. This is a bonus income that you get to receive for creating incredible already impact in your own business and life. So you will hold a franchisee or multiple franchisees within this space, and you'll create instant and you'll create direct and indirect wealth along the way, but you can also create residual wealth. This is the passive wealth. This is in every wealth book that you hear about and read about. They'll talk about passive wealth as being one of the main contributors to generational shifts, but also to like changing the wealth game, right? That's what we focus on. And I'm so glad that I found it early on, and that was one of the ones I went for. I was like, oh, cool, passive wealth, let's create it. And now I've learned how to do that. And so what you get to create is these quarterly bonuses. I have like 10K quarterly bonuses at the moment. This year coming up, I'll have that will double down onto 20K because I'll have 2 franchisees earning quarterly bonuses. And towards the middle of the year this year, I will be on this legacy wealth where I get this incredible bonus, down to bonus, but I also start to get 5,000 US every month. And that gets to be generational. So I get to gift that to my daughter. Who would want to like know that they've set their children up? Like, so yeah, that's US. So it's about 7.5 grand. So it's about 90K a year that you get to gift down consistently if that's all you stayed at. But as you saw, this is an uncapped industry. It continues to grow. Your team grows. It's just inevitable that that's going to be more. I have mentors in this space that are generating well into the 7 figures consistently. And what they say to me is that each day they wake up, like they've now, they've done enough in their lives that they can't do anything more for themselves because they've done enough, like they've really given back to themselves and their family, is that they actually just wake up with contribution at the center of every day. It's like, who can we help today? Who can we give this to? How can we serve? And that's literally how they do their day. It's like, and isn't that like the most ultimate creative, feminine like way? Imagine we just woke up with a bunch of cash, which is like, who do we serve today? Like, what can we paint? How can we paint this world? Like, we would love that. Like, I know I love giving. It's something I'm passionate about. Who else loves giving in this space? Like, so yes. And that gets to be a part of the whole journey because really you'll step into that abundance very quickly in your way of being anyway. So what I've already done as service-based is incredible, let alone what I get to do in the future. Do you want to jump in, Fee?
Wow. Who is excited? Just listening to that, like that is why I love coming into these spaces with women. It just makes me so excited that we get to create these spaces, just to just for the connection, for the impact, and for what we can create. I'd love to hear just one word or a few words of how everyone is feeling right now. For me, it's bloody excited, generational wealth, and potential, because this business really does have so much potential. Pumped. Woohoo! So yeah, the slides are up, and before I wanted to dive into, looking at the difference between MLN and affiliate marketing, I just wanted to share just a quick rundown of like my background. So I've come from a health and fitness background myself. I was a personal trainer, like Alana, and I did learn to leverage my income as well, but that only took me so far. And I really did know what the burnout was. I was just constantly in burnout or in and out of burnout. And I also knew that if I didn't work, I didn't get paid. I never got annual leave, and I was just constantly giving. So a lot of my energy away. And although so that's why I went from looking for something more sustainable, and to just create something that's going to create more flexibility and hopefully like an uncapped income for myself. And that's where I found network marketing. And while network marketing taught me a lot, it also became very aware of its limitations as well. So with network marketing, you've got your monthly quotas, losing rank if you don't perform. You've got your low ticket sales, which also means low ticket commissions or low commissions, which Sammy and Alana have spoken about already. You've got that regular continuous auto ship. And then there's no legacy wealth. There's no generational wealth, which gets me very, very excited. And you're just constantly recruiting. So for me personally, what I found challenging with network marketing was like if you lose your rank, if you're not performing. If momentum slows down, then your income drops off. And for me, this just felt like I was still trading my energy for income, just in a different way. If people can stop ordering, people's preference might change or budgets tighten, and when that happens, then often the auto ships get stopped straight away. You're constantly trying to replace people with network marketing, which I found was just a constant struggle. Constantly reaching out to people. You've got low margins, high volume, which requires a lot of transactions. And for practitioners that are already stretched for time, that just adds a lot more pressure for you guys. So with leveraged income, which comes with affiliate marketing, there's no quotas. You never lose your rank, which is awesome. You've got your sales, your high ticket sales, which means your high ticket commission. There can be an optional auto ship, but you don't have to opt for that either. You've got your high ticket and you've got your generational wealth, which Alana has spoken about that very, very well. So for me, what stood out about affiliate marketing was high ticket means less effort for more impact. And like I said before, I was trading so much time for money and it was just so much effort. So when I came into affiliate marketing, it was just a bit of a no-brainer for me. So fewer sales required, no chasing hundreds and hundreds of transactions, and therefore you have more space for your life. And a big one for me was the nervous system shift for me when I came out of personal training, and then discovered affiliate marketing, or came out of network marketing and then discovered affiliate marketing. Was a big nervous system shift. Another one is asset-based versus consumable-based. So one-time purchase, long product lifespan, no auto ships, no quotas. And affiliate marketing has true leverage and sustainability. What else? It has long-term vision and legacy. And it really supports the practitioner rather than replaces them. So you don't have to stop doing what you love. You don't have to leave your industry, and you don't have to sacrifice your integrity. So less pressure, less urgency, less burnout culture, and more choice and autonomy. Cool. So
right.
how exciting offer to you? Go.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was just seeing if you were seeing the slides or not, but our exciting offer, and I'm assuming this is going to go into Bali again. Is that correct, Tina? If you want to shift the slides. And so I wanted to just quickly speak to this again, like what is on offer here. It's an incredible offer. It's not something that happens regularly, but you get to get used to this. You get to get used to being asked and invited to collaborate and do incredible things in your life, to receive, to have more time back, to have your own time back, for yourself as well. And this is our Bali offer that is already filling up. It is going to end at the end of this month. I need the numbers by the end of this month to really make this really powerful for you guys, right? I want to really give this retreat an incredible opportunity to really flourish, and also for you to be able to invite yourself in to see if it's something that you want to step into in a facilitator role as well, because we do have practitioners in here that are amazing at their work, and this is an opportunity to be really seen in that too. So sit with that. Who's coming to Bali? Sammy said. Who's coming to Bali? Yes, I love it. So it's all 5 nights, 5 days, 4 nights. Everything's fully covered. We have professional videography, photography. This is actually a picture from an ice bath session we did on one of my first retreats. We had 27 at that one. We do mindset, identity, recalibration. We have leadership. We have incredible leadership coming and joining us for a panel where we get to sit and ask questions from other practitioners that have really created and paved a way. We've got people that are living out in Bali now that get to come out and really infuse you with their new way of life and how they do things now from a place of fullness and their cup overflowing, and the way that they actually desire to want to do life, they're actually doing it now. So they get to actually imprint you in their sessions to really support you on how to navigate those transitions to more of you and more of your life. And we get to be together as women in collaboration. We have healing. There's lots of things that I can't share because there's surprises. I know Sammy knows about the surprises. This is what people have said about our community, what we're doing. This is just the proof of people within the space. Brooke March is on there. She's one of my first women that joined me in this business, and she's now on Legacy Wealth. She's gone out and kicked ass and earned way more than I've ever made in this space, like probably double, probably triple. Like, she is a badass woman who's just paving the way. That's what this space does. It gives you opportunity to really create whatever it is that you desire for you. You could be the $1 million version of you. You could be the 100K version of you. Either way, it's going to transform you, right? And this is what's possible within this space. So take a snapshot of that, have a little read. I'll give you a moment to just reflect on these testimonials here. The music's getting louder here now, like the Bali vibe's really kicking in. It's that early afternoon, the sunset's going to start coming down. Everyone's had their, day out on the water. It's just this, the liveliness is coming right now. It's kind of perfect timing for this call to be coming towards the end. I love a good Bali sunset. All right, who wants to take away the next steps? Sammy, Tina, we haven't heard. Tina, jump on, tell us all about your testimony. Let's give Tina the floor to really share her testimony, and then we'll go through the next steps, finish up the call. But please, put in the chat, get it. The way that we really love receiving, I know anyway, personally for myself, is through hearing from you, is actually hearing what landed, what light bulb moments, what you're already now discovering and desiring for yourself. Ask questions. We'll open up the floor for some questions. We'll probably shut down the recording maybe we'll keep it going. Let's see how we feel about that. Everyone can intuitively pop that in the chat for me. But yeah, put in the chat quickly what it is that you've received from this call. And Tina, please share your incredible testimony as someone who's a professional in the wellness space, who is very well known throughout Byron Shire. She's an incredible woman in her field. I'm so excited for her to share.
Thanks, Alana. I'll just share. That's been a beautiful call. All of you shared so many beautiful things. I've been in the wellness space for over 25 years. I've been a therapist for that long, but I've woven in and out of being a therapist. And as Alana says, I have, I've really rooted myself in my area. And probably about 10 years ago, I thought, as Sammy was saying, I need, I can't just keep being a therapist. So I thought, I'm going to start teaching. So I created courses, and I teach. I still do. I've been teaching for 10 years. And I thought this is a great lifestyle because it's just in sporadic periods of time. But I found that, it sustained me for a while, but the living costs went up so much. And I also, in the background, have 3 children. So I've been single mum 14 years. They're nearly adults now. Well, actually, no, 2 of them are adults. So they're nearly out of my home. And so, that started to sustain me for a little while. And I thought, I'm not getting the breaks I need. I'm not getting the holidays. I'm not, accumulating money behind me. I'm not filling up the bank accounts. So I started to create online courses. So I have a couple of online courses, online mentoring, different things. And there's still the cost of living going higher. I have big aspirations, my dreams and aspirations. And then also now being in my 50s, realized I've had such a big wake up of I haven't had, I don't have super, I don't have savings behind me. And this model kept coming back to me. I originally came in for the water. I didn't come in for the business. I came in for the water. I came in because I'm one of those really privileged people that have been on good water for over 25 years, and I don't really get sick often. So, and then I'd go and work in different clinics and whatnot, go out to restaurants or whatever, and have been served this tap water, and my whole family, we became like complete water snobs. Because you go, oh, I can't drink that. That's from the tap. And I really noticed that tap water was getting worse. So for me, it was like bringing in the water so that I could be serving people good water, and just, slowly changing people's understanding of you're actually not drinking water. There's chemicals in that. And so, that was really my reason. So I didn't originally come into the business to this space for the business. I came in for the water. And it was really just because of the cost of living going up, my age going up, my skill set's strong. And, people would look into my life and go, oh, your life's great. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, but I haven't had a holiday in so long. So, so here I am, just really intertwining this business into my work. And one thing I actually do want to leave it with is I thought that I couldn't do the business because I wasn't a salesperson. I was I'm into the healing arts. So I don't know. I don't want to just push in and become this seller. So I decided and I chose to weave this into into my work that already exists. So there's no rush, it's just like this integration into conversations and trust of the integration into my life. So yeah, that was a big one for me, is feeling. And I just want to say, you don't have to be good at sales. You have to just have a passion for growth, long-term sustainable growth, and a passion to get good products into good people's places so that we can have strong immune systems and withstand all that's coming. So that's a little bit about my story. Really happy to. And one thing actually is the community. I don't know if anyone else has mentioned that, but the community and the in-house training that is behind the scenes within this business is really, really something else. It's really powerful. The in-house training has helped me navigate my business as well, because my other trainings and things through it's a leading edge. It's what's working online, what's working offline, what's not, and there is so much community support. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Amen. I know. It's so funny. You're witnessing the community right here, us women coming together and sharing with you. Yeah, none of us spoke about it, and it is one of the biggest pieces to the puzzle, is community, and that's why the retreat's so powerful. That's why these calls are powerful. That's why behind the scenes of what we're doing in our community chats, in catch-ups, in even the discovery calls. So stepping into the next steps is jumping on a discovery call. So reaching out to whoever's invited you along, getting the discovery call booked, and meeting some of our community, hearing from our community, jumping in through our processes, which really helps you navigate where you are right now, where you want to go, how this is all going to fit, going over the numbers a bit more clearly for you, where you're at, what your ambition goals are, what you want to do with your business, where you want to take it, how you want to navigate that all, and having that discovery call with one of our community members and getting that support and love to get started. We have 0 down offers. We have payment offers. We've all been in a different situation starting this. So there is a part of the journey, which is resourcefulness, but we have also really navigated that parts of those resourcefulness for you, so we can really map that out so that there is no way for you not to get started. We have multiple ways to support you where you're at, what's going on for you. Like I mentioned, we've all started this in a way that really was our edge, and some of us have really started from a point of 0, and that was me. So if I can pave a way in this space, let that copy paste to you, let that be something that you're inspired by, because thank you to my incredible friend who really held the space for me to get started in here. And I remember the energetics of that, just the battle that I had to be make the choice at first was real. There was a fear. And that's, I see that each and every day. I didn't see it with Sammy. She was ready, you know. Fee was already looking. Like, you could be someone that's already looking and this is your yes, but you could also be someone that has those fears and those challenges come up because we are conditioned from a society that holds us in fear, you know, rather than faith. And so when I came back to that moment of faith and trusting in myself, like, I remember clearly these energetic shifts that happened within me, and the inspiration started flowing. I was able to content write in such a beautiful way. It's the same as when I'm here in Bali. Like, I feel it's the same essence of that choice, right? So it's being in the feminine. It's like that real core feminine, like being in the faith, being in the trust, being in that creativity of like, yeah, let's work, what's possible. That's what we're here for. So come and join our community, come and hang out. I'd love to see you in Bali. If you haven't been, I'm going to be so stoked to introduce you to Bali. If you have been, welcome home, come back, it's calling you. And please feel free to also share this. I just want to let you know that I am open for you to invite a sister. And I got goosebumps all over me saying this. Like, I am open to you inviting your clients now. Have your clients with you in Bali. Have your clients with you in Bali. Make this opportunity available to them. Share this video with them as well. Like, this is, or reach out to someone to get that support on how you would share it with them. Bring a few clients out to Bali. Bring a few sisters out to Bali. Like, let's make this last retreat that I'm offering completely free a hoorah. You know, is one that we go out in history of like, wow, we just created some magic, and each and every one of you will meet each other's soul, will meet each other's creativity, will go out and do incredible things together. Like, I know it for sure, and I know it to be real because I've seen it over and over again, the power of sisterhood, the power of connection, the power of health. And when that really infuses you from the inside out, what really nourishes you from the inside out, what that will do for you and the rest of your life, let alone this year. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. I'm looking forward to hearing your celebratory yeses coming into the chat. We start our retreat calls, so we do retreat calls every fortnight. You get to come in and, you know, we're just doing a call where we hang out and we go through some facilitation together. We start to nourish now before the retreat. We get ourselves ready for a retreat, and we really drop in as in that space together. So is there anything that anyone feels like I may have missed? Tina, Sammy, Fee, everyone feeling ready, very clear? And I would love to open up the floor for questions. If there is anyone on the space that has any questions, making sure that they're of service to each and every one of us. Can we please, I think we'll stop the webinar if you're catching the replay. Thank you for jumping on and spending all this time with us. If you have questions, please feel free to shoot them back to the person who sent you the replay. We just love conversation. We love really opening our hearts and our mouths. We're women to really opening up, like curiosity, opening up to that curiosity. So yeah, be open, be in that truth of who you truly are.